Third run, here we go. So, we're probably going to go Wizard here. It's going to be a very interesting build. We're probably going to focus around Arcane Explosion or some Area of Effect build. At least that is the intended plan, because the Area of Effect builds are my personal favorites. And naturally, we immediately scale to hard, because that's the fun way to do it. Win or lose, we'll just keep going. Alrighty. Okay, it looks like we're starting off strong with the Core of Thunder. At the completion of the spell, there's a 50% chance to deal an additional 200 damage to enemies within a effect radius of 2.2 meters. Alright, we're probably going to start off by going with HP. HP is my usual go-to. Ow. Solely because it will increase survivability, so it's always nice to get that out of the way. Seems like we're critting quite a bit, though. What's the crit radius? 25%. Okay, so it does have a crit range, basically. We can't really use the curse area, so we'll leave that be. And we'll just go straight in. Why not? There we go. Got it. Let's first open the relic. Let's see. Getting MP upon enemy death would be ideal, but I think for the sake of survivability, we're going to go Soulbone Armor. This will just help us long term. Cast the spell on the right with 70% mana cost when the spell on the left is flying. This can have some seriously fun synergies, if done right, but I don't think we actually want Serial here. We're gonna go... We'll grab it, just in case, because I have a weird feeling that we might want to use it. But ideally I want to focus on AoE, so we're just gonna have summons alternatively. Deducts 3% of current HP for some coins. That's probably going to be really good for us. We're just going to take these because there's no reason to not. And I will use this just to get myself a whole bunch of coins. I could duplicate them, but I'm not going to. Not at the moment. But, yeah. This will be it for now. Let's deal with Elite. There we go. Easy peasy. Grab this. Well, we're already starting off strong. Let's go with the Microcosmic Embrace just to reduce mana cost. This is exactly what we need for our wand. Yeah, it's just going to make things much cheaper for us. And because of this wand in particular, it's going to cast a little faster. The interval's only 0.13 compared to 0.15. The only difference, though, is that the cast, or the MP regen is slightly lower, so... I guess we can just stick with this. That'll just reduce the cost in general, which will make it better for us, so there you go. Okay. Not a fan of this, though. Damn. Okay. Ow. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna go with, Guardian Sprites this time. It'll just help me, protect against, certain dangers here. I'll grab that. I wish I could grab more, but unfortunately that isn't the case, so I guess we'll just live with our choices. Gina. How did you know my name? Gina, it's me, Lillian. Don't you recognize me? We used to explore the passage together. Lillian, it's you. Why have we both turned out like this? Whenever I see humans, I just want to attack them. I can't control myself. You've been corrupted too deeply. Won't you come back to the camp with me? No, I'm afraid I'll harm you all. And with these tentacles, no one will accept me. That's not true. The hero will accept you. He's really into tentacles for some reason. You mean that human with the odd tire? He's quite peculiar. Oh no. Well done, main protagonist. You've labeled yourself as a perv. Alright, let's just get going to HP boost. Well, that works. Okay. Alright. Unfortunately, we cannot reach the cursed treasure chest, so that is off our, reach list. Which is a bit of a bummer, but it can't be helped. Alright, there we go. Nice, okay. Before we open anything, I'm gonna go into this. Let's see. We're gonna grab the Treant's Shoulder Guard. I've got a choice. I can either open that, or I can open the treasure chests. I'll open one to see what I get. Perfect. I can duplicate this. Alright. We will carefully maneuver our way over here. Grab the HP. Open up the coins. Pop this chest open. Grab our spells. I'm actually going to grab the... Oh, do I grab the Evil Slayer sword? I'll grab it because it's rare. And we'll grab the Tranquil Bloom, and we'll put this here. And with that, I can now duplicate everything. There we go. Get ourselves a whole bunch of keys that we can utilize. Then we'll grab some more coins, some HP, and removes all curses, and removes all shields and set HP to 1. Evil Slayer Sword is slightly better than the Arcane Explosion, but as you can see, currently it's not in a state where we can actually use it. At least not in a good state, I should say. Plus, it also rocks you forward. So right now, it wouldn't be as good as the Arcane Explosion, in my opinion. For now, though, we will deduct our current HP here to get some more coins, which I wish I had done sooner, but can't be helped. We'll grab the HP, and then we'll get going. We get 4 cursed chests. We'll pop this open. We get... Okay, increases all wand secondary charge slots by 20%. That'll be ridiculous when we get that. Decreases HP by 4 each time potions used. We'll grab that, because we're not going to be using potions much. Unless, of course, we really need to. Reverse spell recoil. We actually don't need to worry too much about recoil because our Arcane Explosion is just an area of effect, so that is a negligible issue. Crit rate of all damage types, -10. We don't really need to worry about that. And hey, we get an increase of 100% damage at the cost of 70% more damage taken. Oh, using with cereal. I don't think that's actually going to work, because it relies on the spell being flying, quote-unquote. So it would work with, like, a normal orb spell, but it wouldn't exactly work with Arcane Explosion, unfortunately. So if I had, like, a one of those snake spells, that would work in this case, in that case, but it wouldn't work in this case. Yeah, I mean, I can try it just to show you, but I don't think it would work. Yeah. Think of this like an area of effect, where, yeah, so if the spell flies, which is like a snake effect, it would work, but unfortunately none of the spells that I currently have follow that rule, so we just have to keep going and trust that's going to be enough. Ow. Not a fan of that. Okay, coins are getting ridiculously out of hand. I barely even started and it's already trickled up to this amount. What have I got here? I could absorb all HP, increasing max HP by 50 after absorbing 70. I'm gonna go with Soulborn Armor. Just getting more of those shields sooner does certainly help better. And that's the final boss, so... let's see what's in here. Ah, this... okay. I can do this. This is easy. There we go. And of course we get Black Hole. So this is the other area of effect that actually works. And I think this actually does travel, so... what I could do is do this into this, maybe? Yes, it does work. Okay. So this would count. But it's just the attack speed that's the issue, really. Could do it this way, to be fair. Do I really want to risk... no. Let's drink this potion. Let's get rid of all of our coins here. There we go. Gonna take that with us just on the way. I could do this, but I think it's better that I focus on the last of this. We'll probably swap to Black Hole, worst case. if I'm not satisfied, but I think this build will be good enough. Because I know black hole builds are actually really strong, if done right. But I do want to try and get the Arcane Explosion going, above all else. Alright, let's do this. Poisonous Spider Egg again. Lovely. Ow. Of course, you drop in the worst spot. Now, before I actually continue, there is a trick that I can actually do here real quick. If I really wanted a Scarlet Rune. I'm just going to show it for the sake of showing it, but this is the only time I am going to do it. So there's a trick that you can use if you want to preserve your chance at getting a relic, or a Scarlet Relic. And that is quitting out of the game, and then just marching your way through to start the boss again. Of course, it does mean that the boss becomes different. And I didn't set myself up real quick. I'm just gonna... Yep. Yep, basically. It is effectively the best way to save scum if you want to handle the task here. I'm just going to do it one more time because I wasn't ready, but... For future runs, I won't be doing it as often. But you can do it as many times as you want. There is no real penalty. All that really comes down to is the cost of, you know, resetting the fight. But it's one little trick that you can do. But anyways... Let's lock back in. For future reference, I won't be using this trick I won't be using it, period, at this point. So this is the only time I'm really going to show it. Mainly just showing it for learning purposes. Okay. There we go. There we go. Done. But yeah, as you can see, it's just something that you can do if you want. You don't have to do it, but it is there as an option. We're gonna go with... I know, right? Easy first try. Perfect. We're gonna go with Heavy Impact, I think. This is just gonna increase our damage by 25%, which is a nice little addition. I could go with Granny's Needle, but I think the high damage output is going to be better for us. Plus, it casts way faster, so that's also a plus. To that end, I could also do this. If I really wanted to, but the problem with Serial that I've found, it casts the right spell, is the issue. So you do waste mana as you let these spells fly, so that is the only issue. So if you don't have the mana to work with it, it doesn't really work that well, I find. We're definitely getting the Soulborn Mantle. Let's try get the Soulbone gear set. I'm actually going to try to get that. Yeah. If you find a way... Yeah, if you have, like, a very cheap way to, expend spells, then it's not that bad, but it is costly, is the issue. We're gonna get the Replica Glove. There's no reason to get that, or not get that. It just doubles down on the cast that you do, so there you go. But, yeah. The Soulbone Mantle is gonna get us shield points, and we'll get shield points for every 3 enemies we kill, so... A nice little addition. If we pair that with the other one, which is the... I don't think we have it. No, we do. If we pair that with the Treant Shoulder Guard, we should get some ridiculous shields. Assuming we minimize damage and we avoid getting attacked, really. There we go. Oh, Titan Pauldrons, that's good. We're just going to remove all of our curse... Oh, I forgot that there was a curse there. My bad. Suboptimal play. Ah, well. Alright, we're going to go with... Let's go with Rageful Eye here. This is just going to increase our damage a little bit, so that's going to be nice. Guess we could... You know what? Let's go with, Yeah, we're going to go with Dazzling Fireworks. That's actually a really good spell for us. So, Dazzling Fireworks is going to really help us here. We're going to swap it here. And we'll do this specifically. There we go. So that's going to start spreading, after we do the Arcane Explosion, it's going to spread 4 black holes. It's only going to do 35% of its original damage, but that's perfectly fine. All for the sake of the area of effect. We get the Hunter's Talisman, which increases our sight range, which is okay. We'll reduce the enemy damage taken for the Rageful Eye Tier 2, which increases damage up to 42 because of our HP currently. Let's go in here. Oh boy, this. Okay. Okay. That. Alright, up, that. Nope. There we go. Took a bit, but we managed to get Troll Serum, which is not going to be helpful to us at the moment. We'll have to get something to aid us there. Seems like my black holes are doing colorful things. Not sure why, though. Ah, well. Or else. There we go. Build's starting to get ridiculous again. Although it's not perfect, but it's getting there. Okay, we got a proliferation potion. That's going to get us 2 castings. Let's go for a relic. There we go. Bit of a finagle, but we managed to get it. Okay. Well, there's no reason to not use Casket of Souls, but at the same time, I'm sure I could do something better. We'll grab it just because it's reliable. We'll go into the HP room here. There we go. Grab the HP. Grab the coin. Guess I could pop this real quick. See what we get. Randomly get 1 to 4 curses and 1 to 2 relics. I guess use that. There we go. We get 3 curses, but we get 2 relics. 1 being a longer head and more damage. Let's reduce our body size, I guess. There we go. Not exactly ideal, but whatever. And you know what? Bugger it. Low health, here we go. Okay, that's not the way to... Well, actually, no, it is the way to go. Is it? Yeah, no, we need to do this to do that. Then we do that to get over here. And then we go across. There we go. Apologies, I didn't see that. 1 second. Oh, I can see it. I can't see it. Whatever. Alright, let's see if I can't handle the elite on such a low HP. Okay. Ow. And that's GG. Well, that was bound to happen. I was being careless. You know what? We're gonna run it back in a moment. For now. Hero, I saw that Gina was in the forest. Remember? The girl trapped in the heart? That's great news. Where is she now? She's worried she might hurt us, so she didn't come back with me. Oh. Is she really a threat to us? I don't think so. I need to bring her back. And of course, there's this. Choosing the right fabric is crucial. Different textures offer different qualities. Ah, Hero, you're back. You like my new outfit? The girl you rescued, Beira, is a fashion designer who can craft different wands and robes. Ask you to make her a set too. Thanks again, Hero. Your help allowed me to escape the fortress. If you ever need new gear, just seek me out. Okay, you say nothing, alright. Any new gear? Well, I can only make clothes. Let me see. Take this. Yeah, I'm already raring it. Thank you. Hero, did you visit the Pilgrim Passage? I went for a jog and somehow ended up getting lost, stumbling upon this place. Looks like the Mentor is right. The Chosen One will save humanity from disaster. Sure. Assuming I can actually run through the events with ease. I don't know. Let's just upgrade this, I guess. Well, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Let's do that. There we go. That's as best as an organization I'm gonna get. We'll get more potion capacity at the very least. And you know what? We'll get the secret pathway. It's not all peril outside. There are peaceful places even in the darkest depths. If you hear the gentle flow of a stream, it could be a source of solace for both body and mind.